Dakota and I were best friends. My mom always said she was a bad influence, and in a way, I agreed with her. But she was still my friend. Sure, she gave me my first joint and introduced me to some sketchy people. And sure, she convinced me to help her shoplift a few times. But whatever, nobody's perfect. Even if we did some stuff that was technically illegal, I always knew she had my back. Last month, I was scrolling through Instagram and saw an ad for a fashion show that was coming to our town that weekend. They were looking for participants who could model their own designs. The winning designer got an internship at a pretty famous clothing company. I won't tell you which one, but you've definitely heard of it. I couldn't believe it. This was my big break. I always wanted to be a fashion designer, but I didn't have enough money to go to college. If I won this competition, I could finally get out of our crappy little town. I told Dakota right away, and she was super supportive. I thought she'd be sad to think that I'd move away, but she really wasn't. She wanted me to live my dream. I showed her the outfit I was planning to wear, but she said there was something missing. You need high-quality makeup to go along with it. That's the only thing missing. I thought my own makeup wasn't too bad, but she insisted we go to Regency, the expensive makeup store downtown. Neither of us had enough money to buy anything from that place, so I knew right away what she was suggesting. She wanted us to shoplift. I wasn't comfortable with that. We were very close to getting caught last time. But Dakota insisted. She assured me it was the only way for me to win. We waited until the afternoon rush, when we knew that the place would be packed. Dakota went straight to the makeup counter while I headed to the center of the store. Once she gave me a nod, I started choking and collapsed onto the ground.
Oh God, she's having an allergic reaction. Does anyone have an EpiPen?
A bunch of people gathered around me. While I gasped for air, Dakota rated the makeup. I couldn't see her through the crowd, but I knew she was getting a lot of stuff. She'd shoplifted plenty of times before. I felt a sharp jab against my thigh. I guess someone actually did have an EpiPen. Adrenaline shot through me and I sat straight up. I looked around for Dakota, but she was already gone. Good. Her plan worked. I thanked the guy who had jabbed me. I acted really embarrassed and apologized to the crowd. Then I left the store. Dakota was waiting for me outside, with a bag filled with stolen goodies. You deserve an Oscar. She handed me the bag and ran off. I wasn't sure why she left me like that. It wasn't part of the plan. I headed toward my car when I heard someone rush after me.
Ma'am, stop right there!
A security guard was racing after me. I was too shocked to run. He tackled me to the ground, sending the bag flying. All the stolen makeup spilled onto the sidewalk. I was busted. 20 minutes later, I was behind a holding cell. I wasn't hopeless, though. Dakota would come for me. She could talk us out of anything. She had this special talent to get people to believe her. Deep down, I knew she'd come to my rescue. I waited a long time before the door opened and I saw Dakota through the bars. An officer was leading her inside. I felt so happy, so grateful, until she pointed right at me and screamed.
That's her! She's the thief, officer!
Why would she say that? She politely asked the officer if she could talk to me privately. I assumed that was against the rules. But like I said, Dakota could convince anyone of anything. He stayed in the room while Dakota approached the bars. She lowered her voice so that only I could hear her. Don't worry, I'll pay your bail in a couple days. A couple days? That meant I missed the fashion show. I knew I should have been worried about my criminal record or about the punishment I was about to face, but all I could think about was that show. My one opportunity to leave this town, and now it was gone. I'd be stuck here forever. And it was all Dakota's fault. That's when I knew she'd planned all this herself. She'd given me the stolen bag. She tipped off the security guard. And now she was refusing to pay my bail until after the fashion show had come and gone. There was only one explanation for why she would ever do something like this. You don't want me to leave, do you? She held onto the bars and leaned closer, until her face was inches away. Her smile was unrecognizable. My mother had warned me about her, but I never listened. It wasn't until that exact moment that I knew Dakota was an absolute psychopath. If it makes you feel any better, I really think you would have won. She blew me a kiss and walked away. True to her word, she paid my bail 2 days later, after the fashion competition had come and gone. Our old classmate Sarah won, and I saw the design she came up with. It was terrible. I haven't talked to Dakota since. It's been 3 months now, and I've ignored all her texts. When I see her in town, I run in the other direction. She wanted to keep me here forever, and she succeeded, but that didn't mean I had to be her friend. We were done. At least that's what I tell myself. One day, I'll probably answer her call. I mean, who else am I going to hang out with? This story is loosely based on a real-world event. In September 2014, an Arkansas woman's obsession with makeup led to her arrest. Brandy Allen, 31, was caught shoplifting at an Ulta beauty store in Fayetteville after she stuffed $144 worth of eyeshadow into her purse. Police reported that an accomplice tried to distract staff while Allen committed the theft. Store managers detained her until officers arrived and arrested her for shoplifting and disorderly conduct. Allen was booked and later released on an $830 bond.